Well, I'm going to try to record a really cool bug here. I don't know if you can see that fella there. I'm assuming, since I'm not really behind the camera right now, I'm assuming you can see that bug, but maybe not. Maybe it's moving now. Yeah. Cool. Back to work. He's hooking up. We tried to go through the window. The window just gave out. The wall stayed put. Right now he's hooked it from the big wide opening there down to a spot where there's a hole in the foundation. I'm afraid this thing's going to come apart in a couple pieces as opposed to one fell swoop. But I'm backing up, so really a disaster. This looks like a war zone. Thank God we aren't really living in a war zone. It just looks like it. So he's hooked up and he's going to back up again. Let's just see what happens this time. Oh, it came undone. Oh, Lord. Something that he had hooked up on the tractor end of things just undid. Shortly before I started this again, he said he was sick of God's testing him. Can't say as I blame him.
Ready?
Yep. Well, that's where that goes. Or most of it goes. So I'll walk back over this way and you can see the pond better now. And there's a broken mess of stuff down there. Well, he's not really trying to move the wall right now. He's trying to get his chain where he can access it and unhook it, but I don't know if that was successful. I think ultimately he wants to break apart that wall and put the broken cement blocks into different drainage ditches that we've got around. Beautiful day. It's probably like 72 degrees out. There's enough cloud cover to keep it from being hot, yucky, which is a good thing, if you get my drift. I think what he's going to do now is he's going to try to go down there and move the wall with the bucket so that it's up in the air enough to get that chain out from attached. Keep that up enough times, you'll have it all broken up if you don't flatten the tire. Yesterday we had a flat tire. could end up with a stuck tractor. He's going to try to, yeah, I believe you put like a parking brake on. God, I hope so. I don't know much about the tractor. I know a little, but not much. And people wonder why he's got a bad back. Well, I don't know if people wonder why. I think people know why he's got a bad back, but this just kind of exemplifies why his back is shot. I don't know how much longer he's going to want to put up with this fun and frivolity. We talked about going for a ride later on today. He's off work this week, and no matter what we plan, we always get just a portion of our planned activities finished. I don't really know how much he had planned to do today. I know he talked about getting the wall down, and there were some beams here that he took out that we're going to be using in the back room. For the new man cave slash hot tub slash back room, for supports to hold up the floor that's there for the upper portion. And I see he's got them out of here, so I'm guessing he's got them nearby where he wants them on the other side of the house. I got a call, I made connection with, I guess that was him saying I'm done. Anyways, what I was going to say is that I talked to the woman who's going to come out and give us our appraisal on the house tomorrow. We are obviously still in the process here. The silo's soon to be taken down, but not yet. We're thinking of refinancing the mortgage, so they're going to come out and see what they think it's worth and give us some information, hopefully, about how much money we could borrow and whether or not it's worth doing. So I didn't know if that could just get pushed over. I didn't know if you want to try just giving it a shove.
I didn't think it was going to push it too much.
Well, I know, but that part there you think might push or no?
What?
Just what's left.
Well, that'll fall when I get it with a bulldozer.
Oh.
My question is it worth trying to pull that out of it?
Only you can answer that. Because I don't even know what it is or whether
it's a wood splitter.
You're going to try sell for scrap, or are you going to...
Well, I would believe that the cylinder's shot.
Okay.
I don't know that, but I'm going to guess that it is. So probably scrap would be the best I could get out of it. So it might just...
I have to believe if it was operational, they would have taken it with them. But I don't know that. They left a bunch of stuff.
It's just for whatever's left.
Kiss it goodbye?
Yes.
Oh, Karen.
I'd like to get that snowmobile, but... some aluminum over there with the windows.
Yeah.
They might not be worth it either.
Oh, there's that aluminum ladder on top of the snowmobile. That I can grab that and walk out with it. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that'd be the you know, we could try it. I got nowhere with it yesterday. Boy, you know why the batteries keep going dead in this thing? Because it eats batteries. I just put 2 brand new ones in there, and we've got about a 10-minute video going, and its batteries are dying again.
Oh no.
So I guess I'll just keep recording till it dies.
I guess.
Well, I mean, it's about to die.
I'll just record everything. It's going to be gone.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing, dear. It's a bit of a mess.
I'm just not sure what's worth grabbing and what's worth just leaving.
Right.
It's a lot of work and just trying to grab a few bucks.
Right.
You know, piece of metal might be worth 40 or 50 cents.
Grab this portion of a ladder here. It doesn't look too stable, but I suppose it could actually even be used yet. So. But it's aluminum. So, well, like I said, I'm just going to keep recording. At some point, it's just going to go whoop and disappear. Well, it stinks like he's burning garbage, because he is. I'm going this way. Oops, something just popped down there. Probably stepped on a bottle or something. Well, there's the house. We have a whole slew of dirt was brought in the past couple of weeks. By the town, we figure about 30 loads, which is good, because this is all going to get graded, and the remainder of the barn is going to get buried. That's the plan, excuse me. So I'm going to go over here and put this down, this ladder, and then try to show you some pretty flowers we've got this year. Give you a mini tour here. This is I'm not sure what we're going to do with this thing. Probably not save it, but I'll put it there anyways. That's our little jitney we got this year, and the new wood splitter we got too. Those were our 2 purchases this year, which really were instrumental in us getting in the firewood we've gotten so far. We took down a bunch of trees over behind the Morton building, garage, whatever you want to call it. That used to be beyond that metal pile there. All that used to be trees back there. There's just a couple there on the, well, they're probably about in the center of the picture right now, but they've got to go. And our wood pile is over this way of what we've got so far. We do intend to get more. Oh, hush, puppies. Quiet. Oh, Lord. I'm coming. Sophie, you're a pain in the butt. You are. You're a pain in the butt. Oh, Sophie. They're barking because I'm talking. They think there's somebody here that they can't see. So anyways, those are the 2 pots of geraniums that Polly gave me when I walked over to talk with her about having Levi help Dennis. And then here's the Rose of Sharon and the geraniums that are doing quite nicely. Everything's still a frickin' mess, but there's our wood. I forget how many cords he said he figured that was. There's room for a few more. Maybe a cord more in that bunch, and then I have more pallets I can put down. And so that was kind of fun, stacking that. Yeah. There's Otis and Sophie. There's Cocoa Puff. Hi, sweetie pie. Where's Molly? She didn't come out, did she? Where's Molly, girl? Let's see if I can get her to come out. Take Molly, come on, sweetie pie. Molly. Oh, there she is. I didn't realize you were out here. Oh, he's sneezing. That's Molly. Pretty girl. Well, Molly's 11, though I think she looks like a spring chicken. You'd never know she was 11. Coco will be 9 in about 3 weeks. Otis is 7, and Sophie is 4. And they're all in pretty good health. Within the past month or so, we've put Coco on some thyroid medicine, which I think it certainly isn't hurting any. He has lost a little bit of weight. Hey, girls, get back here! I left the gate open like a dingbat, and he's out there with the tractor, so we're going to saunter over here. Molly, get back here. You wait. Yeah, you get back from that door. I tell you guys, and I mean it, you're far too precious. I don't want you squished like a little grape. No. No, we have to keep you healthy. Happy and healthy. And some lavender and a honey locust tree that volunteered itself, but the lavender I'm trying to get going good enough that I can plant it somewhere, and hopefully it will, if I mulch it good, it might winter over. We'll see. And I don't know what I'm going to do with all those geraniums, because that started out as one geranium plant, and it's now about 2 dozen. I got the original plant 2 years ago, and I wintered over, probably 3 or 4, and then multiplied more last year and wintered over about 12 or 15 of them. And now I've got more since I started this spring, and it started up some new ones. Like I say, there's probably at least 24 plants over there. He's over there shoving that pile of... It's all scrap metal, and it's got to go to the dump, and we are going to turn it in and cash in, but right now scrap prices are down, and it's just basically in the way, so he said he was just going to kind of mound it up, which to me, I wouldn't care what scrap prices were, I would just get rid of it. But he gets to play with his tractor, you see. I'm sorry, that is one of the reasons he's got the tractor, so he can get things out of his way. I haven't been feeding the birds lately because I was feeding squirrels and chipmunks and the occasional bird. So I kind of... Ooh, something just popped down there in the fire pit. So... Who's Molly? What you doing? You want to know what Poppy's doing, don't you? I don't believe this thing's still going. The battery said it was just about to die, but it hasn't died, and that was like 8 minutes ago. So, And I know it's for a fact because I've had it happen. At some point this will just stop. So we'll all find out together when the battery officially dies. Odie, what do you think? Yeah, what do you think Poppy's doing? Oh, get it from this angle. Oh my goodness. I guess you have to have some fun with your equipment. As I said, it's a beautiful day. What's Sophie doing? Sophie! You're such a cute little girl. Coco's a cute little boy too. Yes, he is. He's my faithful companion. Wherever I go, if he can get to me, he's probably within 3 feet of me. Yeah, whenever he can swing it. I know Coco. He's making a tremendous noise. What do you think, Mom? You guys think this is something you need to know, huh? This is a chair that was left here by the previous owners. It was upholstered in... a bit of the seat was upholstered and there was a pillow made for the back. It's smallish. It's probably for like, it's what in my world would be like anywhere from say 7 to 12 years old kind of young person chair. I'm still unsure exactly whether I want to reupholster. Well, I do want to reupholster the seat. I just don't know if I want to stain the wood or paint it. He suggested I stain it, but I think I might almost have better luck painting it. There are parts on here that have yet got polyurethane or some kind of lacquer varnish something. And it'll be a fun project when I actually get to it. Which, that's probably something I'll be getting at in the next few days. Today is Wednesday. As I said, it's August 5th, and 2015. He's going to be working on Friday. And I think no, Saturday he's going to be off. Oh Lord, what's he doing now? He's pushing it farther yet. But well, the next day he's probably got a double. Is probably the day I'll fiddle with it because I'd like to stain it and upholster it and get it all set to go in one day, which shouldn't be that hard to do. We've got the picnic table back there that Laverne gave us years ago. We don't eat at it very often, but oftentimes we put our rocking chairs. We have some folding outdoor rocking chairs that we put out by the picnic table, and last night we sat out there and chit-chatted for quite a while. It's very peaceful up here. You don't hear much traffic. You don't. What you hear more than anything else, really, is an airplane going overhead. We're far enough away from the road, and there's just not that much traffic. So it's quite nice. Well, I don't know if this is going to survive the trip, but I think what I'm going to do, as long as this is still recording, is I'm going to go over and see if we can get some video of the pigs, because we still have pigs. They're about... No, Molly, you're going to stay here, sweetheart. Which may mean that I'm not going to really be able to go over there, because the dogs are going to want to go over there, and he's got the tractor moving, but we'll try it. Wait, Molly. Molly. You just have to wait, because I have to block the door, or Twinkle Toes will get out. Twinkle Toes being Sophie. I call her my teeny Houdini, because she can get out of any little space. Cut it out. You're fine. They don't think so. So we're going to go over and see if we can see some piggies. They're over here. You can see the business that he was doing and all the stuff he was moving. Coco thinks he ought to be right with me. We got some acorn squash and zucchini growing along the fence there, which is kind of nice. We've had many zucchini off of it already. We've eaten some, I've frozen some, I've made some zucchini bread. We have two different houses here. And this is the big bunch, and the bunch of bigger ones. Oh, stop it, you're fine. You are. Let's see if I can get... This is 4 of the 6 bigger ones. There are 2 more that are black and white somewhere. And then this crew over here is the slightly smaller bunch, and 1 of the black ones. There's 5 of the ones that are brown and white, and then against the back wall is a big fat black one. This is they're hanging out. They like the shade. I can see through the hole in the wall there. There's another pig out there. I don't know if you can make it out. There's 1 out there laying around, so that'd be the other black one, because there's 6 of the bigger ones and 5 of the littler ones. And in this little garden here, we've got cucumbers, we had spinach, lettuce, Swiss chard, dill, green beans, tomatoes. I've got a monster mess of tomato plant, but I don't know if I'm going to get any ripe tomatoes, but we'll see. There's quite a few tomatoes in there. And the ones that are supposed to be good tomatoes are all wrinkly looking, and I think that means that they should have had more water. We'll find out if they mature, or maybe it has to do with the fact that they're pollinated back and forth between. I got 1 zucchini in here. Keeping an eye on. It's going to be ready soon. It's actually ready now, but I don't need any because I've already got 1 in the fridge. And then there's a couple more on this plant that are little, which is good. And I've already picked 2 acorn squash. It looks like I got 1 more here that I could... They're not really super huge, but again, I didn't really make big... I didn't water them as much as I probably should have. We had a lot of rain in June, but then as the plants got bigger and actually started to set the squash, it hasn't rained that much. July and this little bit of August. We've had a little bit of rain. We've had enough to keep things from dying, but we haven't had you know, soaking rains very often. There are some tomatoes that look like they're trying to get yellow, which means they might try to get red, which means we might get some tomatoes. I could not care. Fried green tomatoes is not a food group in my world, or a food item even. Right, you know. So if they don't ripen, they're pig food, and I doubt they'll even want them. But I know you can pick them and put them on windowsill and see what happens. Yes. Oh, you guys. Some of you are bigger than others. This one in front of the water trough is quite large. Yes, you are. Yes. All of the pigs are males with the exception of 1 of the smaller brown and white. There's 1 female in the bunch. Are we keeping you up? Yeah. So you want to hop over something? Oh, that ought to cause a little. You guys are getting so big. It's hard to maneuver around here. You want to get to the food trough and everybody's in your way. That's alright, the food trough presently has got 2 occupants, and that's about all I can handle at once, just 2 at a time. There, somebody got out of your way. Now if you can just get this one here to move. Yeah, hi there. Yep. So that's the pigs. Here's my little compost. I made a compost bin this year. I should put some dirt in there. The problem, I think that I've determined what the problem, one of the problems anyways, I don't have any worms in there, I think, and I need worms, so I might Try to scare up some nice, soft, wet, moist, whatever type dirt and put it in there. The stuff that's on that cart over there is stuff that we got out of the back room, the room that's beyond the kitchen that we're going to be working on. Or I guess actually some of that was in the barn. This gives you a little visual of what we've got, where we are. Continuum. I think he's resigned himself to allowing me to vinyl siding in the house. I think he doesn't really like that idea, I don't think, but he seems to be trying to adapt to it. Hi, Molly. What's Papa doing over here? I don't know. And you don't either, do you? It's fascinating that this thing said that it was running out of battery a long time ago. Ha. I'm not at all sure what he's doing. He's playing. Molly? No. Danger. Oh, I bet you he's going to take that. He talked about there's a storage tank that was down in the barn. Like an oil tank for fuel oil home heating. Maybe that's what he's doing. And he had talked about putting it out by the road with a sign on it. I'm trying to sell it, and I mean, you know, somebody might want it. It'd probably be worth more to sell it to someone than just for scrap, so. But I'm not sure if that's what he's... Molly, your ear flopped backwards. Yeah. Your ear flopped backwards. Oh, let's see. I guess maybe what he's going to try to do is yank that tank out of there. Well, no, in a minute. No, he's yanking wood out of there. Ah. There's a bunch of old barn beams and things in there that he would like to save, I'll bet. Yeah, I just put the camera down on a fence post here, which will mean that for a few minutes anyways, there won't be a completely jiggly picture again. Yet. I don't know where he's going with that. I'm sure he's got a plan. I guess he's thinking he's going to bury that. We tried burning them, and they were a bit of a disappointment. They didn't give off much heat, actually, for firewood in the house. We didn't burn very many of them. We just had a couple we split up. And they're so old. I mean, the barn was probably constructed in, well, it might have been constructed in the early 1900s. It wouldn't surprise me if it was sometime in the 1800s that the barn was put up, but I have no way of knowing. I just know the barn is really old and the beams are really old, and most of it, a lot of the beams look like they were hand-hewn. Laverne pointed out to me one time how to tell the difference, whether you see the like hacking marks or whatever you call the slicing marks that when someone's doing it by hand. And then, because in the house here we have two beams in the living room, and one is an older version of a beam and the other is a younger, which in my mind also helped us determine which part of the house was older, which is the living room where the wood stove is. That's the portion where the beams were hand-hewn. And anything to the left of that, as you're standing in the living room looking at the wood stove, anything to the left of that is newer, though some of that's still pretty old too. And I honestly think that what we have is the main portion of the living room where the wood stove is was the original squarish portion of house. It has no it has no basement underneath it. It's just a crawl space. And then way out behind the kitchen where we have that back, we call the back room, I think that was a barn or a shop or something. I'm not sure. A little caterpillar I'm watching. Inching along, white on white here. I don't know, I assume you can see it. Anyway, I think that was a part of the house that was connected to the main house, but was not originally a part of the same building, even though it's the same structure now. I think it was attached at some point when somebody decided that they wanted to enlarge the house. They connected the two buildings. Kind of cool, huh? I don't know where you're going, bud. Yeah.